careers to actors who became incredibly handsome and found love. You'll be surprised to know what happened to them. Make sure you watch this video until the end to see how handsome Sean Ryan Fox from Henry Danger has become. If you love Nickelodeon stars as much as we do, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today we are showing you Nickelodeon Famous Boy Stars in real life. Josh Peck. You might recognize him from the popular sitcom Drake and Josh, but that's not where his career started on Nickelodeon. Josh first got a role as a regular performer in The Amanda Show from 2000 to 2002. The spin-off was a comedy sketch show that centered around Amanda Bynes from All That. Years later, the actor was ready for another challenge as one of the lead characters in Drake and Josh from 2004 to 2007. This time, two teenagers became stepbrothers, and they couldn't be more different. One was an awkward geek, and the other was a popular musician. Josh didn't have the best look at that time, so he was often rejected by girls until he met Mindy. But you'll be surprised to know that with his new body, his new hair, and his confidence, he is probably the one who is the most popular nowadays. Add this to his sense of humor, and you got the perfect man. That's probably why Paige O'Brien fell in love with him. The two even got married in June 2017, and the new husband and wife couldn't look more beautiful. It seems like the actor is finally the one who is getting the most beautiful girls and who has the chance to live happily ever after. Josh is the proof that nice guys finish last because he found the love of his life and there will be no one else after him. Drake Bell. Here's the complete opposite of Josh. Drake started working as an actor in 1994 and first appeared on Nickelodeon in The Amanda Show from 1999 to 2002 with the one who was soon going to become his stepbrother. But it's in 2004 that we finally noticed him as he played the lead character on Drake and Josh until 2007. The teenager was described as someone lazy, but that didn't keep him from playing guitar and dating a lot of girls. However, you'll be surprised to know that Josh is not only the one dating girls nowadays, but Drake is now the one who is being rejected. If you think that being stepbrothers on television would make them best friends forever, you would be wrong. Drake didn't even get invited to Josh's wedding. When asked about this, Josh said that he and Drake hadn't spoken in 3 years and would only tweet each other back on social media a couple of times a year. This is why Drake took Twitter to say that true colors have come out today. Message is loud and clear. Ties are officially cut, and added that he'll miss his brother, but even if the actor lost a friend, he'll always have his career by his side. He now mostly works as a voice actor, which explains why you are not seeing him a lot. Sometimes a career is more important than a friend. At least you can control it. Devin Werkheiser. We have to thank this actor who played the lead role in Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. It's because of him that we figured out how to deal with bullies, insane teachers, and gross school lunches. The actor described the show by saying that no matter who you are, however weird you are, or quote-unquote cool you are, or whatever, it's okay to be who you are. We're all in this together, and we're gonna get through this. When we hear that, we clearly understand why it was one of the most popular sitcoms on television from 2004 to 2007. This little guy was clearly one of the best and most relatable role models that we could ever have. But what about what happens after middle school? You'll be happy to hear that Devin is now back to help you with a brand new web series called Devin's Life Survival Guide. The actor kept getting requests about doing a high school or college survival guide, so he decided to work on the web series on his own YouTube channel. He said that he was going to make videos about universal life lessons and stuff that we're all going through. If you can't wait to see more of Devin Werkheiser, you'll be happy to hear that 20 videos of the first season are already online for us to watch. What would we do without him? Kenan Thompson. We first got the chance to see Kenan Thompson on Nickelodeon as a regular performer in All That from 1994 to 2000. This sketch comedy featuring many funny characters was hosted for kids and by kids. We immediately saw the actor's potential, and this is why he was given a lead role in Kenan and Kel from 1996 to 2000. In this show, two best friends lived in Chicago and kept being dragged down by Kenan's get-rich schemes, while Kel kept messing things up. So for 4 years, the actor appeared on 2 of the most popular shows on Nickelodeon. This is how, in the 90s, the 2 actors were the pinnacle of comedy. Not a lot of people can do that. This is something most of us would only dream of. Looking back, Keenan says that he and Kel were the same. They both had similar taste in comedy, even though Kel was more physical than him, and he was a little more standing around. Mitchell said that it's when they started doing sketches together that they saw the Keenan and Kel magic. Nowadays, Kenan Thompson is still known for making us laugh every week. We can see him on Saturday Night Live since 2003, and we don't think that we'll ever be tired of seeing him on our television screens. This actor was born to put a smile on our faces. Kel Mitchell. Kenan would be nothing without his best castmate, Kel Mitchell. The two started working together on All That from 1994 to 1999, and everyone immediately saw that they were made to work together. This is why he was given a chance to make us laugh even more in Kenan and Kel in the role of the orange soda lover. Kim Bass, the creator of the show, had an idea and knew that he had to meet the comedy duo, and the rest is history. Years later, he told Entertainment Weekly that he immediately saw their incredible dynamic. During their first lunch, the 2 actors were having a conversation with a comedic rhythm. Bass said that it was almost like it was rehearsed, even though it was organic. This is how he knew that they were simply perfect for the show, and the new team couldn't wait to start working on Kenan and Kel shortly after. The 2 actors didn't feel like they could do any better. They hit their goal. They could retire now, and we are happy that they didn't, because there were so many opportunities just waiting for them in the future. Even though he is not in a TV series with Kenan anymore, Kel Mitchell is still a popular actor working on many projects every year. Are we the only ones who would like to see a spin-off of the show Kenan and Kel 20 years after? James Maslow. You all recognize this actor from Big Time Rush, but you might be surprised to learn that his first role on Nickelodeon was actually in one episode of iCarly in 2008. The 2 girls had a crush on him, so we can imagine that he was really good looking at that time. That's probably one of the reasons why, only 1 year after, he got the chance to play the role of James Diamond in Big Time Rush from 2009 to 2013. This time, he was part of a boy band trying to make it big in the music industry. However, working in a group was not what he wanted to do for the rest of his life, so he decided to go solo and see if he could succeed. But being popular didn't make things easier. He said that he had die-hard fans who loved him and who have gotten to know him on a personal level. They knew what he was capable of. But there was also a huge amount of the fan base that wasn't engaged because there wasn't as much content out, and it was his job to show them why he was doing this. But no matter what, James Maslow is not looking back, because this is not about work now. This is about being himself. If he's looking for something to keep his fan base motivated, we think that he should simply show them his photo on the cover of Fitness magazine. That's enough to convince anyone that he is still great. Nick Cannon. Here's another actor whose career started in All That in 1998. If you want to become successful, it seems like you should build a time machine to go back in the 90s and be part of this show. Nick Cannon was lucky to be a teenager at that time, but that's how he got the chance to work on more than 20 episodes until 2004. What is impressive is that he also got the chance to work as a writer on the show, making him one of the youngest staff writers in television history, and he was only 17 at that time. He then worked as a host on The Nick Cannon Show in 2002. This show wasn't really popular, but it is still impressive to think that Nick was directing, producing, and starring in the Nickelodeon show. As he was becoming older, he started working for MTV on Nick Cannon Presents Wild 'N Out from 2005 to 2007. This show was one of the most popular on the channel at that time. But these are not the only things he can do. Nick also released a self-titled album in 2003 and collaborated with big names on various music projects like Kanye West, R. Kelly, and Mary J. Blige. He is now still working as a writer, producer, actor, director, and much more. Is there anything that this guy can't do? Daniel DeSanto. It might have been a long time since we have seen him, but once we tell you what he did, you'll immediately recognize him. Daniel started acting in 1989, but it's in Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark that he finally got the chance to stand out. Every week, a group of teenagers would sit around a campfire late at night and listen to each other's horror stories. We were watching the show since 1990, but it's in 1994 that Daniel joined them in the role of Tucker, and he stayed there for 6 years. It was probably one of the most memorable moments of his career and also the main reason why he became so successful after. He was a fan of the show before he joined the cast on the 3rd season, so we bet that he was really happy to get that role. When asked which was his favorite story, DeSantis said that it was the tale of the Headless Horseman because it was his initiation story to get into the Midnight Society. However, there was one thing that he was really afraid of. The actor freaked out when someone brought a snake on set. The actor is still working on new projects every year, but he admits that he is not watching Nickelodeon anymore. We understand him. It's hard to find something better than Are You Afraid of the Dark? Jace Norman. Did you know that this actor is not only a Nickelodeon star, he actually got his first role ever on Disney Channel in Jessie in 2012. However, he was only there for 1 episode, and it's on Nickelodeon that he finally got the attention that he deserved in Henry Danger in 2014. What is funny is that when he met Dan Schneider at the audition, he didn't even know who he was, but that guy was actually the one who created the most iconic shows like Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, and iCarly. Jace also didn't know what producers were looking for when he auditioned. He had to play a character who was auditioning for a part and playing different characters, which has nothing to do with Henry Danger. Then, when he got the role, he didn't even know that he would be Henry himself until he received the script. It just seems like everything was really confusing for him. But when we watched him on television, we knew he was made for this role, just because we couldn't stop watching him. Jace was also the lead character in Splitting Atom in 2015. We were really happy to not only see one of him, but a whole new collection of clones. And we hope that we'll be seeing this actor even more on television because he grew up to be a cutie. Sean Ryan Fox. We might love Jace Norman in Henry Danger, but we will always need a character like Jasper Dunlop to make us laugh. And did you know that he used to work for Disney too, just like his best friend? In 2012, Sean had a small role on Kickin' It for 3 episodes, and we think that it is not enough for him. That's probably why Nickelodeon gave him the chance to stand out as one of the main characters of the new show. And if there is one thing that deserves more attention now, it is what this character is hiding under his shirt. Many jaws dropped when Jace Norman posted a photo of him on Instagram. He tried to get our attention on the swan, but everyone just kept looking at his abs. Sean followed shortly after by showing the world that he was a good distraction too. The 2 stars certainly proved that they were not young teenagers anymore. They are now handsome grown-ups. Sean has been working on many new movies, and we hope that he will be taking his shirt off in many of them. While we wait, we'll just watch one more episode of Henry Danger. Did we forget your favorite Nickelodeon boy